Good morning. Another little check-in this morning to share a couple things. First, my night last night was interesting. I had a white crown snake in the tracks of my sliding glass door over here, and then I had a bat fly into my room and do a bunch of laps. She even attached herself to my ceiling for a little bit. I'm just like, what's happening here? Bats love me, I've found, since being in Mexico particularly. I had a few that would swoop my head. Now, research tells me that they're not coming after me, they're going after the bugs around my head. Cool, but there was one night where I was in the pool with my girlfriend from Canada in Hotelito in Puerto Escondido, and this thing was flying directly at me, and I wasn't planning on getting my hair wet, but I felt I had to go under the water to avoid it. Maybe it's just perception and they're definitely not going to come after me, but it feels that way. And it wasn't going after my dogs. They were completely fine with it doing laps in the room, but I was not. So it ended up leaving. Had some super brilliant comments from people. Open your door. Well, how do you think it got in? Come on, guys. I'm not. Anyway. The other thing I wanted to comment on was apparently I posted a deeply offensive video about a grocery store yesterday. I'm amazed at what came out of the woodwork there, particularly on TikTok. Just trolls, mostly men, a few women around, you know, what's the point of this video? Did you think we lived in loincloths? Those types of things. And then one posted a picture of an ape and, that gringos are stupid. And it's just like, sure, I may come through with some privilege that I'm unaware of at times, but another was like, what is your standard for a grocery store just because you experienced this in the United States? I'm like, yeah, that's how standards work, guys. You grow up with something being a certain way, that becomes your normal. So that's just basic psychology. And trying to reason with people like this is futile, but it just gets to me, the mean-spiritedness of it. Like, if you had the intelligence to gather context, you'd see that I'm not just talking about Costa Rica. I've only been here about 3 weeks, I think. So I've gone to the grocery store just a handful of times. And the first one in Tiburon was Mexico-esque. It was not, it actually may have been a little nice for some of the Mexican towns that I was in. But I'm talking about 5 other countries, not necessarily just Costa Rica. And even within the ones I've gone to in Costa Rica, the one I went to yesterday was still several steps above. So I don't know why it's so much of a problem for me to enjoy finding a grocery store, something that's important to me and determines whether or not I feel like I can hang out in a place. But it's just uncalled for, and it makes it difficult to want to share. Like, I get it that these are probably trolls behind their keyboard and they have sad little lives, but it's also difficult to just remove it from my psyche. And the psyche is something that will seek out problems and chew on them just because that's what it likes to do. Like, you distract me with something else, I'm not going to think about these comments. But in the moment, if I'm just trying to hang out, then they kind of creep in, and I would love to just go whoop some ass, but that's not an option. So yes, I block, I delete, I do those things. Sometimes I leave them there just because I do want to fight a little bit, a little bit of an outlet. But it just, I'm sensitive to mean-spirited shit. Like, I can get mean myself, but I don't ever start it. Like, I don't come at people to be a jerk usually. Now, if I see some stupid things about, what's going on in our country and it's by the people who cause the chaos, then I have a little bit of a dark side come out there every now and then. But usually I will just bypass it. I don't need to say anything here. If I don't like it, why am I going to spend the energy commenting on it? But I just battle with this, and I've battled with it for a while as far as putting out content that I don't want my peace fucked with because someone's either deeply unintelligent or an asshole or both. And it can potentially keep me from posting, but at this point, I'm not going to let that determine what I do, which I would recommend for anybody doing this. But I know I'm not alone. I've seen other posts from people around, dealing with unkind comments, ignorant comments. You're trying to share something that might help other people. Maybe it's just like with the grocery store thing, that was just pure excitement. Like, I genuinely was excited. I wasn't trying to put down anybody. And I don't know. It's like, I put out a lot of videos, but that's, for some reason, has been the most controversial. Like, what the hell are we doing here, guys? I don't know. Anyway, wishing for a different species, or a different behavior from a species that repeatedly has shown itself to be aggressive and all those things. I will say most of it's men, but a couple women. So anyway, that's where unfortunately my head's at this morning, but that's what the brain does, right? You're in paradise, let's throw in some problems. But I suppose these are good problems. That book, The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck, talks about we're never going to be without problems. We just want better problems. And these are good problems, but it still hurts my heart, and I'm working on that one. But anyway, it's Sunday, and there's a yoga thing that I might go to. It's kind of a grounding, not intense vinyasa. I'm an Ashtangi, so I'm a little bit of, even though I haven't practiced in years, I mean, I practice at home, but haven't been out, I'm still kind of a snob about that. But this is more of a grounding, somatic workshop, I think. So maybe I can meet some people and see some other things in the area. So looking forward to that. Hopefully there's no more critter initiation. I feel like this happens when I go somewhere and end up really liking it. It's the animals come out of the woodwork, the critters come out of the woodwork. And I think of it like in Modern Family, when, oh God, I can't remember his name right now. The husband of the young husband. God, why can't I think? Anyways, they go to Australia, and he keeps getting attacked by things, and the Australians were like, actually, that's the country welcoming you. So that's how I choose to take it. But fortunately, knock on wood, no serious. Well, the stingray sting was a little bit of a serious injury, but not to the point that I had to go to the clinic. So that could have gone sideways very quickly, and it didn't. But yeah, I maybe it'll be a little more peaceful today from that. And I am covered in bug bites. This is the first I've experienced a whole lot of this. Mexico, I dealt with it a little bit. Not so much. I mean, my legs are pretty covered right now, like you can see here. Woohoo! And I don't know if that was from the beach yesterday, if it's just from being outside in general. I hate to wear bug spray, but I don't know. Other places in Costa Rica, I really didn't experience many bug bites. But I guess yesterday when I got back from the beach, I didn't shower right away, and I laid down for a second, and there was a lot of little bitty bugs, and they were benign. They didn't bite or anything, but I could just feel them crawling on me. Search said it might be sandflies or something like that. I don't think that's what did this to me, because otherwise I'd have it all over my arms too. But I ended up showering, and they went away. But that was a little scary, because of course your first thought is, oh my God, bed bugs. But it was not that. They are gone now. So different areas, different interactions, but I'm still pretty happy here. And this is actually the first place that I'm really looking at finding long-term rental. I'm trying to pace myself. I don't need to jump the gun. I don't need to say, oh, this is it, with having been here 2 whole days. But that, to me, is a good indicator, because there hasn't really been anywhere yet that I'm like, oh, this could be it. Puerto was definitely close, but I think I still had the rest of my road trip on the brain, so I wasn't going to let myself settle there. Definitely still miss it. but this place is helping with that significantly. The vibe here is fantastic. You definitely get um, Latin music, but there's reggae, heavy reggae influence as well, which I just love. And people are super laid back. Most of them so far have been really nice. And yeah, I went to the beach this time. I can hear it right now. It's just amazing to me. So anyway, okay, that's it for now. Bye, guys.